So today, we're going to peek behind the massive glass and steel facade of a really famous Parisian landmark. But this is not your average museum tour. No way. We're going to deconstruct the core philosophy, the huge challenges, and the radical strategy behind one of the most ambitious projects in science communication anywhere in the world, the Cité des Sciences et de l'Industrie.
To really get what the Cité is all about, you gotta rewind the clock to the 1980s. See, this wasn't just slapping some steel and glass together. It was a huge statement. The ambition was just enormous. Almost utopian, really, to create a cathedral of science for the future, one that was open to absolutely everyone. This old photo from when it was being built just perfectly captures that spirit, building a whole new world from the ground up.
All right, so what was the grand idea fueling this massive undertaking? Let's dive into the core mission that has really been driving this place for decades.
And here's what's so cool about this mission statement. The goal was never just to build a museum. It points to something much deeper, something truly democratic. It was designed to be a place of civilization, kind of like a public square for learning, for debate, for innovation, and open to every single citizen no matter who they are or where they come from.
So, bottom line, the Cité is the biggest science museum in Europe. But, and this is a big but, its real job, its foundational purpose, was to solve a huge problem. That growing disconnect between the world of science and our everyday lives. It was literally built to be a bridge across that gap.
Okay, so you've got this grand mission to build a bridge, but how do you actually do it? This brings us to the central puzzle for pretty much any science museum. How in the world do you talk about complex, often abstract scientific ideas to millions of different people all at the same time?
No, seriously, think about it for a second. That little paragraph of text next to an exhibit, it has to work for a 7-year-old who's just running around, their parent, who might be, I don't know, a lawyer, and a visiting physicist who already knows the topic inside and out. It's an incredibly tricky communication puzzle, and museums everywhere are constantly wrestling with it.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. A study actually compared exhibition texts, and you can see the difference so clearly. On the left, the Cité's early style. It's very academic, right? It uses abstract words like cities and kind of static verbs like be and remain. Now look at the Museum of London's text on the right. It tells a story. It uses action verbs, unloaded, worked, and it's all about people. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that the words you choose change everything. It's a simple but really profound idea. Telling a story with characters and action creates a human connection that just describing a state of being can't possibly match. This was a critical lesson for the Cité, and honestly, for the entire museum world. Okay, so they learned this huge lesson about language. How did they put that philosophy of accessibility into practice? Well, they transformed the place into a giant hands-on laboratory for learning, where doing something is just as important as reading about it.
Just check out these visitor numbers from 2022. It's kind of wild. The Cité des Enfants, that's their kids section, is an absolute powerhouse. It drew almost as many visitors as all the other exhibitions combined. This just shows a massive commitment to its youngest audience, making science a hands-on adventure right from the start.
And this whole hands-on idea doesn't just stop at the museum's front door. The same energy that makes the Cité des Enfants so successful is also what fuels their outreach programs. Programs that take the tools of innovation directly out into the community.
A perfect example is the Fab Lab L'École program. It's brilliant. They partner with educational networks and provide schools with their own mini fab labs. Toolkits with 3D printers, vinyl cutters, all the cool stuff. And they don't just drop off the boxes and leave. They give them projects that tie into the curriculum and they train the teachers. They're basically embedding innovation right into the classroom.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because all this hands-on learning builds to something much bigger. A 21st century science museum can't just explain old principles. It absolutely has to engage with the complex, urgent, and sometimes controversial issues we're all facing right now.
And the Cité does not shy away from the big, scary stuff. They dive headfirst into the climate emergency with exhibitions like Urgence climatique. The goal is to bring scientific clarity to what is the defining issue of our generation and to empower people with the knowledge to actually do something about it.
They also show some serious courage by tackling these deeply personal and sensitive subjects. The Cancers exhibition was all about breaking taboos, presenting the science with real empathy, and just creating a space for understanding around a disease that affects millions. This is where science stops being some abstract thing and starts being about, us.
And this right here, this is what I think really captures their role today. It's not just about presenting facts anymore.
The Cité is actively fighting misinformation with things like the Barometer of Critical Thinking, an initiative to measure and promote the skills we all need to get through the day. It's about teaching how to think, not just what to think, and that's a huge difference.
So, what's become super clear is that the Cité isn't just a building in Paris anymore. It has become a global hub of expertise, and it's actively reshaping what a museum can even be in the 21st century by pushing its influence way beyond its own physical walls.
I mean, the numbers really speak for themselves. In 2022 alone, their traveling expeditions opened in 18 new places, all across France and around the world, reaching 350,000 people. They're not just sending out exhibits, they're exporting their entire way of thinking about science communication.
So looking forward, their whole game plan is built on these 4 key pillars. They're pushing into the digital world with their online media platform, leblub.fr. They're using their global expertise to consult and export their model. They're deeply committed to sustainability and eco-design, and, this one's my favorite, they are committed to radical accessibility, which means co-creating exhibits with communities, not just for them.
So, from its really ambitious, almost utopian beginnings to its current role as a global leader, the Cité remains a landmark. But it's not some dusty old monument. It's a living, breathing thing, constantly learning and adapting and evolving, right alongside the science it promises to explain.
And all of this leaves us with a really big question, something I've been thinking about a lot. In an age where facts are constantly being debated and misinformation spreads like wildfire, are institutions like the Cité becoming one of our last and maybe most important public squares for critical thinking? It's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.